Hello YouTubers, fellow preppers, how you guys doing? I'm just gonna come out with another video. It's gonna be on stealth prepping, okay? Basically stealth prepping, hiding in plain sight, usually done during a crisis, okay? This is gonna be part one. I'm gonna do both of them at the same time though. Actually, I might just make two different videos. I think that'll work better. Part one, and I got this somewhere online one time. I printed it off. I didn't write this myself. This little scenario here. So I'm giving credit to whoever it was that wrote this. I don't know who that was, but anyway. So during a crisis or a disaster, people who are unprepared may literally find themselves battling each other for what few resources may be left. They will also seek out any resources that they may become aware of in order to increase their own chances for survival. Being aware of this fact is important in order for you to maintain and secure your own resources during such an event. Now, there are times when a crisis may be short-lived and last for only a few days. This can have disastrous effects if you start to utilize any long-term resources too early in a crisis. Gradually phase in the use of your available resources so as not to appear unaffected by the crisis. You don't want to be looking like, you're living high on the hog while everybody else is looking like they're coming into or out of a concentration camp, in other words, okay? This is something that you may want, that may get you the unwanted attention of others affected by the same crisis. One of the best ways to do this is by using a little deception. It's much better to have them thinking you are in the same boat and suffering the same effects of the current crisis in much the same manner as they are. You want to appear to be like them. After all, misery loves company. There's an old saying that actions speak louder than words. This holds true in a crisis or a disaster. Don't let your own actions send a message that will be heard loud and clear by those seeking to utilize any and all resources they can find when they realize that they are caught unprepared. One of your first considerations is the noise factor. People are attuned to sight and sound. They are two of our basic senses. Cranking up your emergency generator too early is a simple example. Believe me, there is nothing ordinary about the sound of a portable generator, chainsaw, etc., running if you want to attract someone's attention. Someone is going to hear it and realize there is something going on. Their curiosity alone will lead them to check out the source. They will also realize that there may be other resources available as well. Maybe they need fuel, and it will suddenly occur to them that this may be a place to get some, especially when you may have obviously indicated you have plenty. Okay? Consider using other options first in the early stages of a crisis, which may turn out to be of short duration. It's better to remove enough frozen items from your freezer for a couple of days worth of meals, and by placing them in your refrigerator, you can maintain fairly decent refrigerator temps. Use your frozen food items in such the same manner as you would a block of ice. This will help minimize the need to open your freezer, which will usually hold or maintain its temperature for a day or two, if not opened on a frequent basis. Save the generator for when things start to reach the critical stage, and the loss of your resources becomes imminent. Another consideration you should be aware of is what people see. Simple acts like having someone see a shed or garage door open at the wrong time, which may allow someone to see something you don't want them to know about. Avoid someone seeing things or activities that may make you vulnerable. Quite often it's the little things that will cause you the most problems. Things like hunger, thirst, or a need for more security are great motivators. People who aren't normally very observant will suddenly be paying attention to you and all of your activities. They will be listening for changes in the environment. And if you make the wrong kind of noise, they will hear it. They will suddenly view you as the solution to all of their problems. And just as day follows night, others will follow. Avoid activities that may reveal your strengths or your weaknesses. If you appear to be suffering as much as everyone else, you will draw less attention to yourself. If you fail to exercise a little due diligence, you might as well put a sign in the front yard saying, "I'm a prepper." In the battle for survival, a little deception goes a long way. In the words of Sun Tzu, All warfare is based on deception. In a war for survival, this is a battle you can't afford to lose. Stay above the waterline. Okay, and that was I got that on March 26th of this year. I don't know who it came from, but it points out, you know, the very obvious differences that you might be experiencing being prepared, that somebody that is not prepared is going to be going through, and they're going to be looking to take those things from you. Okay, this isn't it will become a very problematic and very obvious example of envy. Okay, envy isn't where, ooh, you know, it's not the Joneses where, oh, you know, I like that thing over there and I want something like that. No, envy is when they want that thing that you have. They want that and they're willing to steal for it. And in these cases where prepping has, you know, paid off, they might be willing to go a lot more, go way past any point of return that they've ever thought that they would cross. Okay, some people will be willing to kill for this stuff. Okay, even if it's just a can of beans. Okay, we all know that. So let's act and prep accordingly. Okay, I'll be coming out with the second video a little later. Have a nice day.